Hi everybody, welcome to 5 Minutes with a Guru. I'm Peter Nonamaka and this is our last communication for 2020 and what a year it's been. Who would have thought 2020 COVID-19 would hit? 12 months ago we didn't even know what COVID-19 was, and it took a long time to sort of get the grips of it, but we had a massive downturn in March 2020 where pretty well the whole world went in lockdown. Australia was a bit slow to respond, but in the end we turned out to be one of the best countries in the world to contain the virus so well that currently we've got no contagious rates in Australia, which is fantastic, but the rest of the world, a little bit of a cot case at the moment, and they've still got a lot of struggles on their hands. The borders are getting opened up as we speak. Coming into Christmas time, it's great to see that people can actually get together, go and see their families interstate, and now businesses are opening up that were probably going pear-shaped during the year and getting back to business. People are starting to go back to the office where you've probably been working at home for a long time, and people that have been retired probably haven't had too much change, not going out too much. The lockdown probably wasn't a big drama to a lot of you, but also it has been a lot of upturn where we had trips overseas cancelled, plans to go and see family interstate cancelled, aeroplanes cancelled, holidays, refunds being a drama to get things back from insurance companies for travel insurance. Lots of different things have been good and bad in this year of COVID-19. Australia, as I mentioned, is one of the best placed countries with regard to the virus compared to the rest of the world. America is still at record levels of contagious rates, but one of the positives now coming into mid-December is that they're looking at having vaccinations starting very soon in America and also in the UK. So that's a positive sign that one day we'll hopefully see the end of this virus. How many years that takes to contain it down to zero, who knows, but it is the start of the downturn we expect. So 2021 should be a lot more positive for the rest of the world. This year also had some dramas happening with the USA election. So President Trump has been beaten by Joe Biden. Had a bit of dramas, and we'll probably still see a little bit of dramas coming up to the handover, which is the 20th of January in 2021, and then Joe Biden takes over. America's pretty well see this as a positive step simply because Joe Biden's financially going to be seen more positive. He's going to kick up taxation rates for companies, maybe some social issues around that, but financially that's going to be positive for the country. I think he's going to be a bit more active on trying to contain COVID-19, and that's also looking to be quite positive for the American people. And you probably sort of think, well, massive contagious rates, a lot of unemployment. Why is their share market gone through the roof? Well, that's quite bizarre. But I think you see the markets always look forward, not backwards. So thinking what I've said before, that the markets are coming out the other end of COVID restrictions, downturn in company earnings, all those bad things are now coming out the other side. The vaccinations coming forward, low interest rates around the world. That low interest rates affects Australia and the rest of the world. They don't expect interest rates to go up for about 3 years. So when you've got interest rates at the moment for 10-year bonds just under 1%, cash at 0.1%, the secure investments, the more secure we go, bizarrely at the moment, we're going to give you a guaranteed low return, but the stability of the capital. So anyone that's looking at the share market now, looking about approximately a 4% dividend, plus you get a franking credit. So say you're getting a 5-6% total return, property 5-6% on listed property funds, 5-6% compared to less than 1%. Very attractive to go into growth. So put your hand over what the assets are doing, going up and down. I just get the dividends. They're very attractive. So that's pushing up the share market at the moment. And I think the next couple of years are going to be quite strong on growth assets simply because the interest rates are so low at the moment. Also with the vaccination rates coming forward, 2021 should be quite a good year. Albeit still up and down on the markets, there's still a lot of issues around the world, but I think you'll find an upward trend with some volatility rather than a downward trend, if that makes sense. I just want to, we don't talk about much what we do for our clients. And I just want to sort of end this year with a few good stories that we do for our clients, because we're doing things every day that affects people's lives, put them in a better financial position, just take some stress off them. So here's a couple of things that we've done during the year that have given a positive outcome for our clients. So we have lots of clients that have Centrelink. It's always a drama to get things changed by Centrelink if you've ever been to their offices. So we've had a lot of positive outcomes where we get people to get more Centrelink benefits than they otherwise would have had, help people complete their Centrelink forms, and as you know, they're quite comprehensive on the information that they want. So we've had a lot of issues and success with getting people good Centrelink outcomes. Also transitioned a lot of clients from working their lifetime. Some people in a job for 30 years, and I've had recently, and David's had recently, clients that have retired up to 60 years of working, transitioning them into retirement. So we structure their financial situation to replace their salary that they're used to getting a fortnightly salary to now get a monthly income every month coming through, or every fortnight coming through, just like when they were getting a salary. And that makes life easy and less stressful when you get into retirement, when you see every month bank accounts gets another payment come in. And that's what we do to make sure your retirement is structured so that you've got less stress and you've got the constant cash flow there. Also, we've had, unfortunately, some people pass away, and part of what we do is sort of transition the surviving spouse to make sure that their financial position is then looked after, because when we go from 2 to 1, you know, financially think, well, that's going to be an easy outcome, but sometimes it's quite stressful getting the assets from 2 people, one deceased, into the surviving name, so they've got a constant cash flow then to make things simpler for them going forward. So they're things that we've done this year, and unfortunately we've had more cases than that we'd like to see, but we're pleased that we get positive outcomes for our surviving spouses there. We've also getting people into aged care and big decisions around that, particularly with the family involved on whether to sell the family home, keep the family home, or whatever. Am I going to lose all my Centrelink benefits when I move to aged care? Well, we've had a few move into aged care this year, and we've actually increased their Centrelink benefits by structuring their finances a certain way. So that's something that's very positive, and David DeBono is our aged care specialist here. So any questions on aged care, you give David a call, he's all over that. And one of the last things I want to make sure that, as I said in my last video, life changes very quickly. Make sure you get your estate planning done, get your wills done, get your power of attorney done, get your enduring guardianships up to date. I can't stress that enough. So many people pass away without current up-to-date wills. Very simple to do and very cost effective. If you're not sure how to go about it or where to start, give us a call, because we can have that in sync with your superannuation funds where you have binding death nominations. We can make sure that that's all coordinated for you. So really important to do that. And finally, I just want to say, it's time to start celebrating Christmas. I'm going away on holidays, so's my team. We're back on the 11th of January. I'm going to go away on a nice holiday, chuck in a fishing rod line, and just enjoy myself, relax, and come back in January refreshed and ready to go for a big 2021. Remember, the rest of your life starts right now. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.